Welcome back to the Whimsical Workshop. In this video, I want to share with you my Frankenstein cutting table. Why is it a Frankenstein cutting table, you ask? Because it is made up of a bunch of different components to create this one table that I use all the time for everything. So here's the beginning of the tour. So first, we have the base of the cutting table. That is this top right here. And it's on industrial legs. You can kind of see them underneath if I pull this stool out. And the industrial legs came with a shelf underneath, which we'll show you on the other side. So that's what it started with, was the industrial legs with the tabletop that my father-in-law made for me that will withstand anything. And then we've covered it with cutting mats. So with the start of COVID and doing Zoom classes and videos from my studio, I've now added on this computer arm that I got from Amazon, and it holds a laptop which is connected to my other GoPro camera up there. We have a mic in the room, and with all of that we had to get a keyboard because my arms are too short to reach that keyboard, so we put on a pull-out keyboard so I can access the computer when I'm standing in front of the cutting table. And then over here is an IKEA bag that I got. It's a laundry bag from IKEA, but what I do is I throw all my scraps in it, and then they go off to charities and different organizations that use them for charity quilts. Tucked over here was this little cabinet. It's a little white cabinet that you put in your bathroom, but it is underneath. It is at the end of my cutting table, along with, you can hardly see it back there, but there's another bookshelf in there. So I have a bookshelf and this little cabinet that's for your bathroom. And then I filled that with rulers and threads and all kinds of stuff. There's my laptop holder, my mini ironing board you'll see in videos, my mini iron. So these two cabinets are here. Then we have the cutting table. And then on top of the cabinets, I have two drawer units that I bought at Target probably 15 years ago. So I have drawers right over my cutting table. So this one has like patterns, I have lecture materials, project bags, fabric kits. This all needs to get cleaned. Maybe I'll do a video to show you that. Here's my Yeti mic I use for videos. This is another gooseneck camera holder that's holding my other GoPro camera. Then I have my daylight light, which I love because it has 3 settings. It's very, very bright, covers the whole cutting table. Then on top of the drawers, I have this long shelf with all these little cubbies. Well, what that was a laser disc cabinet. So here is one you can see vertical. I just turned it sideways and laid it on top of the drawers. So we have 2 bookshelves, 2 drawers, a laser disc cabinet sideways. Then up top here, you'll see we have this little shelf unit full of all of my toys. That is a shoe rack from Target that has been put on top of the laser cabinet. And then I have laser disc cabinet, I should be saying. And then I use the other side of the laser disc cabinet for more of my things I collect while I'm traveling. So that's that end of the cutting table. We do the whole cutting table. And now over here, what we've added, I have my bar stool. I'm super short, so I always have a footstool there. I have my boards that I use for videos, an ironing board and a display board. And at the end of this is a 2-shelf bookshelf that I've used as storage. This is where I keep my Martelli turntable, my pin cushion. Now this is a tabletop from IKEA. The tabletop extends to the bookshelf. And then I have another cabinet here at the end. And this is full of my fabrics and my extra craft supplies. So, and then on top of the tabletop, I have my Cricut maker, my ruler stand, a pin cushion. So this is brand new. We just pulled all these pieces out of the office and I had to have a place to put them. So now that we come to this side, it's gonna be a little tighter to film. I have another two shelf bookshelf here. So now I'm gonna get down low. So now we're at the back of the cutting table. You can see the messy studio. And here's another view of the shelves and all of my knickknacks on them. My hamburger puppet Chuck, my button bowl, calendar, family photos, all kinds of goodies up there. We could do a whole video just on the tchotchkes on my shelf. So here's the other side. Here's a better view of that bookshelf. There's my AccuQuilt cutter. And on the bookshelf is where I store all of my stabilizers and different Pellon products. And down below I have some leather and cork. So then under the shelf, and I'm hopefully will be able to brighten this up, that blue bin is just all new computer things I need all the time to shoot video. And then I got these little drawers years and years ago at Target. And I use them, and they're modular. They pull in and out. And they hold all kinds of other supplies, acrylics, beads. And then I have my fusible web out because I use it all the time. And then tucked in that corner is another two shelf bookshelf. It was extra space. I just thought that's a good place to put it. And that holds all my seasonal Lego sets because every quilting room needs seasonal Lego sets. So that is this side with yet another stool to sit on. So this is the tour of my Frankenstein cutting table. As you can see, we just keep adding components and components and components. But as I go, I need more storage, or we end up with an extra bookshelf. We don't know what to do with it. And it just gets added on to this monstrosity of a workspace. But it is such a great workspace. I have a lot of drawers and storage and knick-knacky corners. So I love my Frankenstein cutting table. I would love to see what you have for a cutting table and how you're creative with your space. If you have any ideas or tips, leave them below. Or if you have a comment or question about my oddball working space, just let me know. And I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure you like and subscribe below. You can find the Whimsical Workshop on our website, thewhimsicalworkshop.com, and that has all links to all of our other social media platforms. Thanks for joining us.